was a nightmare getting on this ship today.
How is somebody luggage already in the middle of the ocean?
Last 48 hours has been horrendous because Disney has been like...
Embarkation day, the golden moment when your cruise officially begins. You've made it through the airport, the transfers, and now you're finally here. The crew are cheering, there's a glass of bubbly in your hand, and life could not be better. And for a few glorious hours, cruising feels like the brochures promised. But here's the thing about Embarkation day. It starts with smiles and often ends with stories. Now, although everyone's excited to finally be on vacation, we have to remember that Embarkation day is notoriously stressful. You've got people flying halfway around the world to board their cruise ship, dragging their suitcases through airport, and then trying to figure out how to actually get to the correct port, because depending on where you're embarking your cruise ship, it's not always easy to find out where you're getting your ship, which makes up people's most common concern. I hope we make it on time.
The Rome cruise terminal in Civitavecchia, I think that's how you say it, is literally the worst cruise port I've ever been to. It was a nightmare getting on this ship today. Not only does Royal Caribbean give you zero information about the port or how to get there, like I went on the app, I checked everywhere, I Googled it, like there's no direction or address on like where the ship is ported. And in Civitavecchia, there's like a ferry terminal, a cruise terminal, and another cruise terminal. And I got an Airbnb that was walking distance from the cruise terminal. And so we like walked towards it. There was no information, no signage. We asked the police. They were so rude to us. It was so frustrating. We walked like 20 minutes around the terminal. We could see the ship, but we just couldn't figure out how to get to it. And then finally found out we had to take a shuttle. So we had to walk all the way back and go to this shuttle. Also no signage for it. It was so frustrating. And then you get on a shuttle that has no space for luggage. So your luggage is just in the aisle. Not that many people's luggage fits in the aisle. So unorganized. I needed to vent about it because this is like the beginning of our vacation, and getting to your vacation being that frustrating just like puts a damper on the start of your trip. Yeah. I don't know. It was just like everyone was so unhelpful and rude, and the police were like so disrespectful to us. We were clearly lost and just trying to find some help or get pointed in the right direction, and they were like laughing at us, and I just like, would it kill you to like put some information for the people getting on the ship?
But most people just accept that this is part of the process, and you tell yourself that it's fine because once we get to the ship, everything will run smoothly. But unfortunately, that's not always the case. Jesus. That is a lot of people. Oh my God. You know the people behind the desk are just like hating their lives.
Crazy work, guys. We finally get in the building and the line isn't over. That's wild.
I'm afraid to say that I have been in that situation more times than not, where I've just been queuing up for hours in the terminal. And you know what? It's okay if you're in a really good terminal in like Miami or Spain where it's air conditioned and you can find a seat.
Last 48 hours has been horrendous because Disney has been like, you need to provide this, and then I ring the government and the government says, no, you don't need to provide this. And then Disney says, no, you do, and if you don't, you won't be allowed on the boat.
It's come up from the Sydney Port Authorities.
Yeah.
So when we have sent the paperwork to them, they need the paperwork.
What I'm saying is that, you know, I've contacted your office.
Right.
And you say to contact them. They say you don't need it. Right. Then we contact you. But just let me finish if that's okay. And then we contact you, and then you say, no, we need it, or your dog can't come on the cruise.
Right.
And then I go back to the office again, and the office says that's nonsense. I had to go all the way up to the top of the minister. Right. And also the minister's office said they're available to be called if there are any issues during this boarding process.
Got a friend on standby ready to pick Whitney up from the terminal, just in case they say no.
Absolutely, you'll be coming on board for noon, like there is nothing.
Oh good, so we get to come on to that?
Absolutely.
Whitney, hear that, Whitney? You're allowed on the boat. I just hope the process gets better for people with disabilities booking in the future.
Yes.
You want people to have a magical time.
Correct.
So far it has been anything but magical.
That is so stressful for him. And the thing is that service dogs are allowed on cruise ships. I don't know the ins and outs in terms of like permits and stuff, which he obviously had to go through, but they are allowed on cruise ships, and it's really annoying that that process hasn't been simplified. You'd think it would be by now. So you have queued up and you have finally got on board. Now the first thing that people want to do when they get on board is go and see where they're going to be staying for the next week. They want to go and see their cabin. But sometimes your cabin doesn't quite live up to your expectations.
I want to sleep up here. You can't take it down.
Oh, there, I like the rules.
How is it not working? You can't even take it down. I'm just taking it down. Mom, Mommy, Mommy, Daddy.
There are people who kill people.
Daddy. Oh.
Wait, let me see the bathroom.
It's an actual shower, though. We better really like each other.
Oh!
Tiny.
Yeah, that is a small space for a family of 4 or 5. I couldn't see if there was a child in the pushchair, but did you see the space between like the bunk beds and where the parents are sleeping? Like 100% on that week's cruise, one of them banged their head on the bunk bed when they were getting out. Like there's no doubt in my mind.
Babe, how do you feel about being on the first floor?
We were at the bottom of the fucking boat. Like, you know, in Titanic, when they were sinking, and then poor fucker said, we're not even gonna try, and just went to sleep in a life jacket. That was filmed right fucking here.
Come on in.
Yeah, come on in. Check it out. Yo, there's somebody. Yo, there's somebody's gears in our room. This is crazy. Hold on. Yo, somebody's gear is in our fucking room. This is crazy. This is fucking crazy. Oh, there's people sitting here.
She is not happy, and I wouldn't be too. My bunk bed days are behind me. It's one thing if it's small kids that are on the bunk bed, like with the family we saw. But if you've got like 3 or 4 adults staying in an inside cabin, it's going to be cramped. Now, after discovering your cabin, most likely the next place that you will go is the buffet. It's been a long day. You've been queuing up to get on board, so you want to have some food, but unfortunately the queuing is not over because you're not the only one who wants to go to the buffet.
Well, this is how the buffet looks on Embarkation Day. It seems like everybody decided to come here, including myself, of course.
Lines. Again. Food looks good though. It's just mad, like the buffet on Embarkation Day is pure chaos. Actually, this one doesn't look too bad, I don't think. But I have been on some cruises where the buffet is just...
There are literally no
crazy.
seats at the buffet. I've been going around and around trying to find a seat, and guess what?
No seats.
There's none.
Yeah, I think we've all experienced that.
The buffet was wild. It took me forever to find a seat, and guess what? I didn't. There was not a table open. So I just came back to the pool deck, which is empty, and I had my burger here. First burger on board. Always good, huh?
Well, at least he found somewhere to sit, even if it was on the sunbed. But yeah, the buffet on Embarkation Day is usually crazy, which is why I always suggest to not go to the buffet. And there's always other restaurants open. On whatever cruise ship you go on, there will be an alternative. And I always try and recommend that people go to the alternative because the buffet is just not a nice place to be on Embarkation Day.
Just a little crowded. Everyone in here is trying to get something to eat.
Let's go get a spot.
It's 12:34 p.m. Everyone is in here trying to get something to eat. We've got hundreds of people swarming all of the buffet stations. There's tons of food, tons of stuff to eat, but there's a lot of damn people in here. So hopefully we're going to be able to find somewhere to sit down.
I was actually on Celebrity Reflection at the beginning of this year, and I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think the buffet was that bad at all in terms of like busyness. But this is the thing. So sometimes the bigger cruise ships don't feel as busy because they have a better layout. So like on the bigger Royal Caribbean ships, they have two sides to the buffet, and it's really well spaced out. There's loads of seating. So sometimes actually on the smaller ships like Celebrity Reflection, it feels busier even though there's a lot less people. Doesn't look too bad. Jeez, look at that line. It just stretches forever. I think that's Carnival. Survival of the fittest. Jeez, that's so busy. People are literally pushing past. Ew. Jeez. That doesn't look fun. After you've had lunch at the buffet, if you manage to get a seat, you might go back to your cabin to check if your luggage has been delivered or not. But for some people, the luggage has been delivered with a search warrant.
This is Carnival Cruise security searching through my shit because their people took my damn shoe. Stay tuned.
I couldn't find a part 2, so we'll never find out what happened to the shoe.
Cruise ship security searching our staff for no reason at all. Racist cruise ship security searching our bags for no reason.
A dog here and everything.
Oh my god. No. This is just not what any of us want, is it? To get on your cruise and have security with a sniffer dog rifling through your stuff. Like, it's just, it puts a pretty big dampener on the start of your vacation. But you know what's even worse than strangers rifling through your luggage? Your luggage not showing up.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hello everyone, I'm Renee.
I'm Heather.
So we've been planning this trip for a Norwegian cruise line
through the Greek islands.
Through the Greek islands,
Italy.
in Italy, and Malta. We've been planning this for a year and a half.
Yes.
Unfortunately, our luggage got lost on our way here.
We planned out the best outfits, we felt like. We're real excited about our choices.
Best outfits.
Heck yeah.
Unfortunately, our luggage is in Copenhagen.
We think.
Not sure. Norwegian Cruise Line was gracious enough to grace us with these outfits to wear
Hotties.
for our trip. Wait,
There's more?
There's more. We have
They
these
gave us
amazing
some
slippers that they
Oh,
gave us.
that are
honey.
now doubling as my second pair of shoes. Because I've been wearing the same pair of Sperry's for 3.5 days.
And they smell bad, trust me.
They were kind enough to give us these
Some
beautiful
shirts.
polos.
What size is that?
Massive.
Men's extra large.
Nice.
And then these beautiful men's
awesome
undershirts.
T-shirts that we can wear because we have No clothes. No clothes.
Nothing.
So we have 2 weeks in Greece, Italy, and Malta. This is what we'll be wearing the entire time. If you feel like perhaps we should get a fashion consultant to help us.
It's real scary. They are going to wash our clothes.
Wait, we have room service.
Possibly. Let's see if they switch us back to.
Get it!
No! So wait, you can't eat.
We can't eat.
But we have vodka.
But an Aperol spritzes, and we attempted to go purchase some things from the cruise ship store.
Oh! Let's see your haul. Let's see the haul. This was on. Was this on Norwegian?
It was on Norwegian.
Oh, that's nice of them.
They're massive for her.
What did we get?
Pants.
Those are a little big
we
for
didn't
you,
realize
Renee.
we weren't able to try things on.
They're a size 20 and I'm a size 6.
Correct.
But you know what? I can make anything work.
Amen.
We can. And for the price of $455, we were each able to get a couple shirts. We each got a pair of pants that do not fit.
No.
And a white linen button-up shirt that we feel like will be very versatile, but they don't sell any women's swimsuits.
What?
At all.
No
On the ship, no
swimsuits.
women's swimsuits. They have lots of men's options.
They offered her a pair of men's
Swim trunks.
So
I feel like tomorrow at the pool, I'll probably be wearing men's swim trunks and one of these white t-shirts.
So if you love everything you've seen today,
Keep watching.
let us know.
Keep watching this week because it'll be fun.
We'll be telling you more about what happens.
Norwegian Cruise Lines, let's go.
When I worked on board, people would always start freaking out around 3 p.m. if their suitcases hadn't arrived to their cabin. And I understand because there's nothing worse. Like, it's such an awful feeling being like, oh my God, everything has gone. Like, I've got nothing for this vacation. And it did always perplex me. Like, a lot of you guys know I used to work in the shops on board cruise ships. So people lost their luggage. Like, there would always be at least 1 or 2 people every cruise that unfortunately lost their luggage. And the shops, no matter what ship you go on, the shops just don't seem to stock the right sort of stuff for people to replenish what was lost. I remember on Virgin Voyages, they did sell bikinis and swim trunks and stuff, but the swim trunks were Oli Bar Brown, so they were like $350 for 1 pair of swim trunks, and then I think the bikinis were about $100 each. So like when they said, oh, Norwegian gave us 400 and something dollars credit, like that's amazing, that's great, but actually it doesn't really get you much. I'm sure the Norwegian prices weren't quite as much as Virgin Voyages, but still, like, they're not going to be like TJ Maxx prices.
We just got onto the ship. How is somebody's luggage already in the middle of the ocean? And then look at them over there. Everybody just keep walking back and forth. And then somebody had like a pole. What are you going to do with that? People clapping. Balcony vibes, guys. So I'm not the only person waiting for the balcony. I'm cracking up. I mean, waiting for the luggage. Y'all do what I meant. Oh,
wouldn't
my
you just
goodness.
be so gutted if
I
that
would
was
hate
yours?
for that to be my stuff.
But you know what? As awful as it is to lose your luggage, it's even worse to miss the cruise ship. I just can't even imagine. But anyway, at this point, the cruise ship has set sail and it is time for the sail away party. But unfortunately, some people are on their very first cruise and they're finding out that actually they're not really in the party mood anymore.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I had to come in the room right quick because I started tripping. Nah, I thought I was gonna be good, y'all. This is my first cruise, so I could have been went on a
It's
cruise.
mine as
because
well.
My mama been getting free cruises. Y'all know we gamble. But Titanic is my favorite movie, and even though I'm a daredevil and y'all know I get on roller coasters and do wild crazy shit, for some reason I thought when I got on the cruise, God would make an example out of me. So I never got on one before. So I finally was open-minded and did it, and I'm like, I ain't gonna need no medicine, no patches, no bracelets and all that. I'm a big dog. Yo, when we got in that casino just now,
Dizzy.
I was in that thing like this. I'm not getting nauseous, but I feel like dizzy. Like I'm on that ride that used to be at the fair where you stand up and you be against the wall and that bitch just spinning like this and you just stuck to the wall. That's what I feel right now. But I'm gonna hold tight. I think I'm gonna be good. I'm not taking no medicine. I know how I am with medicine and all that. I'm not doing that. I got my supplements. About to pop my supplements right quick. And I'm just relaxing a bit because I was drinking. And maybe that's why.
But for all the other experienced cruisers who know that they don't get seasick, they are in the party mood. And sometimes it gets a little bit too wild. Look at all the people on the balconies. Jesus. Woo, look at the amount of people. Oh my gosh. I don't know what it is about Carnival. Like, I don't know if it just looks like an insane amount of people because there's an insane amount of people, I suppose. This look is a bit more civilized, but it is Disney, so completely different vibe. Wow. And you know what? As much as those sail away parties do not appeal to me in the slightest, they look better than this. Oh,
Nothing
the rain.
beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person.
Jesus.
That's £200
That
off
is
for a
coming
family.
down. I love this yo-ho that they play over everything. Oh my god. Oh, sugar. I don't know if that's just rain. That's a lot of rain if it is. Surely that's some kind of like leak or I don't know. But either way, it is not the weather that you want when you're sailing away. So, as most of you who've cruised before will know, embarkation day is usually absolutely fine. I've just pulled together a few clips that show the absolute worst case scenarios. The endless queues, the lost luggage, the confusion at check-in. But the truth is, the only thing that's guaranteed on every cruise embarkation day are the crowds at the buffet. But you know what's amazing? Even after the lines, the stress, the occasional suitcase taking a swim, we all still keep coming back. Because the second that horn blows and the ship sails away, so do all of your problems. Or that's how it feels at least. So just maybe pack your patience and a snack for the queue. And remember, if you are booking a cruise, make sure to check out the Cruises It link in the description box. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I really, really appreciate you being here. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much. You have no idea how much it means to me that you keep coming back. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing because we are nearly at 100,000 and it would be incredible to hit it by the end of the year. But once again, thank you so much. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.